York, August the 3rd, 1914. A bank holiday Monday. The weather is warm. The sun shines on the last day of peace. The children play in the streets and ginnels. As couples walk by the riverbanks and relax in the parks, it is a world, a way of life that will change forever at midnight. For more than a month, the threat of war has been growing. The Archbishop of York has denounced German aggression from the pulpit of the Minster. War fever is mounting. It is the 11th hour. The troops garrisoned in York are mobilising for the long journey south to Flanders and northern France. Many will never return. The all-British army will be decimated in the first few months of war. Though York has a long Quaker tradition, men are already starting to enlist. Optimists believe it will all be over by Christmas. But it will last for more than 4 years and cost more than 750,000 lives. But more than lives will be lost. Empires, dynasties and ruling classes will also be destroyed. A century of peace is ending Edwardian York. Like all of Britain, it is a divided society. More than a quarter of its 82,000 citizens live below the poverty line. They are housed in the slums of Hungate, Warmgate and Layerthorpe. Work is poorly paid, there is no unemployment benefit, and the last resort for the poor is the workhouse on Huntington Road. The women struggle to raise children in cramped, dirty houses with no running water, no sanitation and flooding in winter. Infant mortality in the slums is 3 times that of the richer areas of the city. But there are avenues of escape. Education is universal and continues until children are 14. New schools have opened on Poppleton Road, Scarcroft Green and Queen Anne's Road. Classes for adults are popular. It is an age of self-improvement, with education offering a chance of a better life. Alongside the poverty and slums is another York. The well-off live in the grand houses of Bootham and the Mount. Yet even money cannot buy health. Antibiotics are 30 years in the future. Death in childbirth is a real danger, and young children are vulnerable to diseases like diphtheria, measles and scarlet fever. Few middle-class women work, but nevertheless servants are needed to run houses, which have few, if any, labour-saving devices. 10% of York's working population are in domestic service. The working class also find work on the railways and in the chocolate factories on which the city's economy depends. A 55-hour working week is not unusual. The public houses are flourishing. In one 400-yard stretch along Warmgate, there are 23 of them. There are no licensing laws. York races are popular with rich and poor. Off-course gambling is illegal, though widespread. And both music hall and theatre are well patronised. The Fossgate Electric Theatre and the Grand Opera House are both recent additions to the city. Transport too is changing. The horse is giving way to the car and the electric tram. The city has also seen the beginnings of powered flight. Progress will be rapid. In 3 years' time, York will be bombed by German Zeppelins. York, August the 3rd, 1914. The last day of peace. At midnight the world will change, and nothing will ever be quite the same again. The clock can never be put back.